Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I am recording this early in the afternoon, so there will be some excited birds going on in the background. Because they can hear the birds outside, they can hear me talking, and they're just happy to be here. Hey guys! I was talking away from the microphone there because I'm just so smart. Alright, let's do the soundtrack roll. Whee! Alright, classic soundtrack it is. So the last run I did was kind of a D-Rust run, where I kind of got beat up a little bit, not gonna lie. Still won, though. And it was, not a bad run. So now we're going back to the Signature Arcana Spotlight series. We are on Water. And I believe the last one I did... Was it Tidal Blast, I think? I think the last one I did was Tidal Blast, so we're getting up to the really good, like the really, really good ones now. Which, to be fair, you could say Tidal Blast is one of them. I think what we go with is Frost Fan. Because Frost Fan is one of those that, it's probably one of the earliest examples of an Arcana you get in the game. But, its obvious draw is that it is a control method. But obviously you see with its signature cast, you send out multiple waves of icy daggers that all freeze, all do a decent amount of damage. Like, even if you take off the 12% extra damage, you're still looking at about 25 damage per dagger, roughly. So you've got good stuff going on. So why don't we go ahead and take this for a spin with... I've used Rule a lot. Let's go ahead and use Hope this time. So since we've got that as a control method, we can also take something else that kind of contributes to the whole power idea. Or at least something similar. So we've got control and power in one spell. Now we just need something else. And there's plenty of good options that qualify. Wind isn't exactly known for its power options, but you could always do something like Rushing Typhoon to get that going on. Which actually, I might just do that because that's a very good example of the kind of thing that I mean when I say, set them up and then knock them down. Then do I keep the other two the same? You know what? No, we're gonna go for full wind and water build. There we go. As far as what we want to use here, and you can almost never go wrong with Jade's Jeweled Tiara, but I am going to... Just trying to think, do I want to do that, or do I want to do something different? Because, we could always lean into critical hits a bit, but... I don't know if that's the right idea. See, even Cecil disagrees with that idea. He's very, very vocal about that, too. I think what we do is go with Merchant's Cart. On top of doing a run where we showcase Frost Fan as a signature, we also just try to gather up as many relics as possible. Does that sound like fun? I think it sounds like fun. We are going to make this work, and that is one excited bird. Listen to Cecil go. He's so excited. Aren't you? Yes, you're an excited bird. For those of you who are new to my channel, or who are wondering what's going on and why there is a loud chirping bird in the background, the deal is I don't make enough to afford a soundproof setup. And the way I look at it, this is the bird's home as well, so you know, I'm recording in the early afternoon. It is just a thing that is bound to happen, is that you'll get loud, excited bird in the background. But he doesn't mean any harm. He's just happy, and he can hear me talking, so he's like, "Hey, you're talking, I want to talk too!" And can you really blame him for that? I don't think you can be mad at a bird for being a bird. And some of you who are really annoyed by the bird in the background are probably going like, "You know, Dark Sage, you could just do this later at night when birds are less active. That would be better, don't you think?" And I would reply, no, not necessarily. If I have time to do the recording earlier in the afternoon, I'm gonna do it earlier in the afternoon. It's just better for my personal schedule. So, I mean, I hate to sound rude, but unfortunately, this is just kind of something we're gonna have to put up with. At least for now. When I do make recordings later in the evening, then yeah, everything will be what you expect, but you know, when we're doing this in the early afternoon because that's best for my time, then I'm sorry, but we're just gonna have to put up with that because, you know, like I said, they're home too. There we go. Anyway, sorry about that little rant there. The immediate thought is probably, God, you must have gotten a lot of complaints about that, huh? No. Not at all, actually. I'm just explaining the situation to people so they understand what's going on. So, anyway, oh, look at this. Look at this. That is beautiful. Alright, we immediately have some Hunter's Satchel goodness. Greased boots will probably help as well. So the very first question someone would probably be asking when seeing how Frost Fan works is, "Hey, can you shotgun that in an enemy's face and do a bunch of damage at close range?" And the answer is, yeah, you absolutely can. Matter of fact, that's one of the great strengths of this particular Arcana, is that it does have very, very interesting methods of use. At range, it's more of a control method, but then up close, it's just a huge damage engine. And that ideology only gets doubled down upon when you have the signature up. See what I mean? Another way of looking at that is every one of those icy daggers is its own hitbox. It's like you're not going to get any of that damage wasted. You can just pile it all on. Okay, so we can go ahead and upgrade Rushing Typhoon and Air Spinner, which she would not allow to be upgraded last time. Because some people are just like that. And the reason I bring up the whole idea of shotgunning the spell in the enemy's face, well, you just saw it right there. It's the same theory behind why spells like Gust Volley and Flame Fusion are strong, because they throw out a lot of projectiles at once in a spread pattern, and that spread pattern is very good for piling on damage at close range. But because the spell itself has the, add status freeze, it's also really good at range, and oh, perfect. I love it. Okay, so the way that you get pushed back when you use the spell, I thought would be something that would take me out of enemy range, but I was wrong. So to me, that's what elevates Frost Fan, is its versatility. And this is one of those spells that I prefer taking as a signature over... Sorry. I prefer taking it as a signature over a standard, because when it's enhanced, the daggers fly further and they pierce through enemies. It just makes the spell so much better. So it's like, if you're going to use Frost Fan, you may as well take it as a signature, because it just makes... Like, there's nothing questionable about the enhanced casting. It's just all better. Anything here we like? Yes, we like the Lotus Frost Stone. Ow. How dare you thrust a spear at me? I'll have you know that such objects are lewd and illegal. But you understand that spears have been around since the Stone Ages, right? So that's just a really stupid and reductive way of looking at things. Alright, so let's quick see. I mean, that's cheap. I'll grab that just because it's cheap, but I mean, if we run into a adorable mimic, we're gonna want that. See what I mean? It just piles on the damage. That's what you want from a good spell, is for it to pile on the damage. Or to make it easier for you to pile on the damage. In this case, Frost Fan does both. It's the handiest tool in the world, because it piles on the damage while allowing you to pile on the damage. Yo, dog, I heard you like damage, so we made a spell that does damage while you do damage, so you can do damage while you do damage. I think I let that go on a little bit too far. And there we go. Beautiful first boss. And the fight wasn't bad either. Oh, hey, it's the doctor. Alright, well, we now... Okay, so the Wind Knights are not fun to deal with, but I can also think of much, much worse, so... Yeah, they're not the Earth Knights, and that's the bottom line there. They're not the Earth Knights. Alright, that should just be the slogan for any Elemental Knight. It's Wind Knights. At least they're not Earth Knights. And the people who will take things way too literally are going to be like, but what's wrong with knights on planet Earth? It's like, oh, you sweet summer child. Alright, I don't know why I thought that was going somewhere I hadn't been already. This is why I get lost in games, because I overthink the... I overthink the maps. I'm like, oh, this is going to lead me somewhere secret. Then in reality, it just takes me right back to where I've already been. It's like, well, I should have seen that coming. And spray the room down with a shotgun blast of ice. It's just that easy. Okay, we definitely want that. Grab the tears. Yes, I am Captain Raccoon. You will look into my eyes and you will fear me, because I will dig through your garbage for leftover scraps. Alright, perfect. Do we have anything good here? Kind of. We've got Radiant Knockout, that's pretty good. It's not going to be great against any of the enemies, but it's not going to be resisted either. Oh, but the most important thing is we can give it to Dr. Song. And maybe we can get a better water elemental spell to put there. Messy prescription, so we have it increased healing. You know, I can live with that. Then double check here, see if there's anything I want to grab. Not really. I mean, the one fire spell will be plenty enough to affect Shu's weakness. Okay, well, I don't necessarily want to have my critical hit chance, so I'm not going to take that. But, you know, it's interesting that it's there, at least. Okay. Well, we definitely know what we take here. Aren't you worried that that spell's going to make you too sluggish? Well, I mean, no, not really, because things are going to be dying faster and they're going to be stunned for longer when I hit them, so I say it all works out. There's nothing here I want. Dark Sage, that's a water spell? You should probably take the water spell? No. No, Heroic Maelstrom has too much end lag, so I say no to that. Simultaneously. I see no reason not to take that. And I'll have to think about Shiva's water bottle. Nice try, buddy. Oh. Nice. Oh, I'm gonna end up wasting a signature. Ah! I don't want to waste a signature. What do you do? Using Dash Arcana prevents signature. Okay. Not bad, but not good either. Suppose what I do is I... drop that, take the water bottle. Because we have two water arcana that are doing a lot of heavy lifting for us, so... I see no reason not to take advantage of that. Alright, well... there we go, point blank, and good. I think I'm good without the Gloves of Gambit, but, you know, that's always a interesting choice to make. See, what I'm trying to do, though, is I am trying to keep a bunch of things that can be stacked so that I can try to really pump up the Merchant's Cart. Well, that didn't work out. I'll take it, but it's not necessarily what I want going into Zeal's Forge. Nice. Okay, so just a general damage improvement. That's pretty nice. But do we take a risk on it? I think we drop the candy, take a risk on it, and then if we see another candy later, we go, oh, we could have put that towards the merchant's cart. But there's another way of looking at this, too. If we hadn't taken that and we did find another candy, yeah, it would have boosted the merchant's cart. But it would have only been a 1% increase in our damage. Taking this is an 8% increase. That's an overall It's an overall benefactor of 7%. Jeez, look at Dark Sage here doing math when I'm just trying to watch him blow things up. Get to the part where you shotgun things with ice. I just did. No, I like everything I have. Sorry, Cremire, you can't take anything back to Undermine this time. So I know people are currently asking two questions. One, is he really from Undermine? And two, what the hell is Undermine? So let's answer that second question first. Undermine is a fantastic roguelite that I really enjoy, but I also have to understand that runs in that game tend to take a while. At least if you're like me and you want to explore everything. It's a very, very good game. I highly recommend you check it out. It's just a wonderfully good time. And now to answer that first question. No, of course he's not from Undermine. Are you kidding me? It's a joke, people. I make jokes on this channel. Oof. Yeah, that dodge was a joke. The punchline is my face. I don't know if that makes sense. I think he's just trying too hard. There we go. And yeah, you could say that Frostfan makes fights a little too formulaic. In that respect, this might be a bit of a controversial opinion, but it simplifies the game almost as much as Twin Turbines does. Is Darksage calling something as broken as Twin Turbines? I mean, maybe. I mean, think about it. You open every room with it because it just makes everything that much easier. It's just this also has the benefit of being able to be a signature, so... Oh, maybe Frostfan is just as good as Twin Turbines. And you know, I'll be the first to say it, it definitely has a higher damage capacity than Twin Turbines, because you can shotgun it. And suddenly this video just turns into, Twin Turbines, is it broken? Or is Frostfan even more broken? Breaking news, story at 11. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do that. And it's a little late for it to be useful, but it is a synergy, and I think that's important to recognize. And I get both off. Okay, I could have if the game registered my B button press. There you go, there's a nice 80-85% damage combo. Okay, I was wrong about it not being helpful this late in the match, because holy crap, look at that. That is a big chunk of max health. Alright, you know what? I guess I had that coming. I didn't pay attention to what was going on, so Schwarzenegger Ghoul got the best of me. Sage, we can't just assume anything that has muscles is Schwarzenegger. I mean, yeah, but he was Mr. Universe. I mean, would you rather I made the comparison to Mr. Incredible? Or maybe because they're macho ghouls, they're all really macho man Randy Savage. The point is, they're all big hunky boys. Oh well, you know what we have to do. We can't let our little friend there just sit there as if she were an item in a shop. That's just not fair. Fairies deserve better. Owie. Okay, so that was not the smoothest fight, or round, I should say. See, Frostfan is so good, even Sura uses it. And there we go, nice little victory. And there you go, Frost Fan. And yes, I am not kidding when I say it's just as useful, if not perhaps even more damaging than Twin Turbines. And I've gone on record as saying Twin Turbines is one of the most broken spells in the game. So is Frost Fan even more broken? Hard to say, but it's good. It's very good. It's another one of my top signature arcanas, and it's for good reason. I love me some Frost Fan, and if you haven't tried it out for yourself, this might be a good time to pick it up and see what you think of it. It enables so much just by being able to do freaking everything. I have a lot of fun with it, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with it too. But that is it for this video. So guys, thank you very much for coming and spending some of your free time here with me today. I very much appreciate it. I hope you're all doing wonderfully in this beautiful thing that we call life, or perhaps ugly thing, depending on where you live. Either way, I hope you're doing fantastically today, and I hope to see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.